Hi, welcome to ShowMeTheCurry.com. I'm Hital.
I'm Anuja, and today we're going to show you how to make urad dal in a slow cooker.
Crock pot, also known as. And this is one of those really easy throw together recipes. But we have 1 cup of urad dal right here. It's dry. And what we've done is we've washed it really well, rinsed it through so it runs clear, and drained off all the water, and we're going to add it to our crock pot.
And now we're going to add in 6 cups of water to this. It does seem like a lot because usually we use the 1 cup to 3 cup ratio, but for this one you need a little extra. Just going to mix it so that no dal sticks at the bottom. And we're going to close it, and we're going to put it in the crock pot and turn it on, and we're going to let it go for 4 hours. Now if you're making 2 cups, you can let it go for 6 hours.
Double the quantity, 1.5 times.
Yeah, approximately. But
Right.
again, everybody's crock pots are a little different depending on the power and the size and how much you're making. So
Right.
a lot of different variables over there.
Right. Now our crock pot is 5 quarts. So we've noticed that if it's a smaller crock pot, it tends to take a little longer to cook. So for a 5-quart crock pot, 4 hours is perfect for 1 cup of dal.
And actually, the other one we have is such a small one. It's about approximately 2.5 quart one, and that one took 6 hours for a 1 cup. So I mean, just to give you a better idea. So you just read the manual, and it'll tell you exactly what to do. So here it is. We're going to turn it on, and for 4 hours, and we're going to let it go. So voila! Here's another lot that we actually put in the morning, exactly 4 hours later. Let's have a look. Yeah, beautiful. Looks perfect.
Look how well the dal cooked. It's all nice and smooth, texturized.
This is a watery dal we mentioned earlier, because anything less it will become a little slimy, because the urad dal has a tendency it has a very high starch content, so it does tend to become a little slimy. So that's why you need it a little more watery than regular dals. But I think this is perfect. If you touch the dal, it should just basically disintegrate. That's perfect. Gonna mix it, and to this now we're going to add salt to taste and some fresh lime juice. Mix it.
Now, of course, this looks like a plain Jane dal, but don't worry, we're going to put the seasoning over the top. So what we're going to do is just on our stove, heat up some oil and some ghee and throw in all these wonderful spices, and that's it. The dal will be finished. So let's get back there.
So we got 1 tablespoon of oil and half a tablespoon of ghee.
So while we're waiting for our oil to heat up and ghee to heat up, I'm just going to try this real quick and make sure the salt and lime juice is right on. Perfect.
Sometimes, like we mentioned, the urad dal is really starchy, so you may need to add a little additional water if it's been sitting in the slow cooker for a while. So just keep that in mind. If you need to add a little bit more, it's okay. This is hot, so 1 teaspoon of jeera or cumin seeds, whole dry red chilies, 1/8 teaspoon of asafoetida or hing, curry pata, green chilies split to taste, and half a tablespoon of garlic and half a tablespoon of ginger minced. Just allow it to cook for a minute.
And it's ready to go into our crock pot.
Nice and hot. Ooh,
Beautiful. Now you'll notice this is not your typical yellow dal, but it's such a different tasting dal, and the texture of it is really a surprise. It's a little
Yes.
different than what most people are used to.
yes, actually very soupy. I
It's
think that's
soupy and
yes.
soothing and just comforting. Can't
That's
tell you that enough. It feels great. It's just amazing.
So I know you're the one who's Gujarati, but I hear this is what's served like in the local dhabas or the roadside streets. This is how it's served, and it's just looks so good. Now all we need to do is add a whole lot of cilantro. Of course, you can add as much or as little as you like, but it gives a fantastic fresh flavor, and it's ready to serve. Yeah.
How easy was that? It's almost like hands-free. You wash your dal, keep it in there, and forget about it. Literally forget about it. And all you have to do is spend maybe like 2 or 3 minutes to work on the seasoning, and it's
Voila.
done. Yeah, absolutely wonderful.
Yes. Now everybody's going to ask, now if I don't have a slow cooker, what are my options? So you can, of course, do it in the pressure cooker. Just let it go for 1 whistle, turn it off, and allow the pressure to go down by itself. And if you need additional water, put it in, but just allow the water to boil, and follow the same steps. Put the salt and the lime juice after it's cooked, and then do the tadka basically.
And if all else fails, and I know there's so many people that don't own crock pots and they don't own pressure cookers.
Yes.
Absolutely. So for those of you who don't have either of those, you can definitely make this on the stove.
Yeah.
Now, anytime you make dal or any kind of lentils on the stove, it's a hit and miss as far as the water is concerned, because depending on your flame and what rate you're cooking it at, you might need to keep adding additional water as you keep going. But fortunately, this is one of the dals that does cook pretty fast compared to your garbanzo beans or kidney beans or such. So don't worry, you can do this definitely on the stove, and just keep an eye on it for your water and follow the same other steps. But I have to say, there is something to be said about slow cooked foods, and this is a wonderful example of that whole 4 hours that it takes, or even longer if you put it on a lower temperature. The texture is amazing, and if you own a slow cooker or a crock pot like this, you'll probably understand what we're talking about.
Yes.
But it's an amazing recipe. Do give it a try. Ready to serve. We're going to have this for lunch, just as a soup, but of course it can be eaten with rice or with chapati, any way you like it, but we love it as a soup. So enjoy this dal if you decide to make it, and join us again on another episode of ShowMeTheCurry.com.
Adding a pinch of spice to your life.